Welcome back, YouTube. This is gonna be my part 2 of the Disco Elysium gameplay. Sometimes I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch, sometimes I'm not for this game, depending on whenever I have time. Right now, today, I'm gonna be only playing for like a little bit over an hour, so it's gonna be a shorter part 2 than usual. But we'll see. We're gonna continue where we left off. Okay, so what we did was last time we just talked to these guys. I have to buy a pill, I believe. This one. Got a ammonia. The gardener. Oh, no idea where it is.
This Post Lavatorie mail collection box has... The box seems happy. Eat shit, pig. Fucked by the coon. And St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore and best set. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankfully even. So do you. You shut.
Let's go.
Guillaume Le Million.
Let's go. That's complete.
Bad news. Guillaume Le Million did not become a cop.
Oh.
In 1938, he went on a tour to the Sinyao province in Safre,
Oh my god.
where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Autoerotic
His body was found hanging from a decorative
asphyxiation.
dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single Wonderland skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Yeah, let's go. Pay threshold. Let's go. Okay. Gotta learn this too now. Know some way home.
Hello, sir. Step right in. I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell
Bookstore?
books, postcards, and some board games. It's called...
Books? Postcards? Easy. Even a kid would know all of this.
Yes, that's exactly it. You got it, sir. What about board games? Okay, sir. This was all very enlightening. Okay, sir. I'll try to... My name is Annette, sir.
Annette.
My mum, her name is Plaisance.
There's a store.
She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open.
Ah.
Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt.
cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Has it?
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir. Nothing really, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. No such thing.
anything? Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that.
Crime is a deviation from the law, punishable by
Punishment.
either a civil or criminal sentencing.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head, yes.
Not head, child. Heads.
Isn't that very dangerous? Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old. I think that's why people read them.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important, something that wows the world. Yes, there's hope. A lot of famous people...
Yeah. You're certainly the type who might find fame posthumously.
Mhm.
Who knows? You might even get famous for the manner of your death.
I think you just have to live a happy life. No need to... It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose... Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business. These are not very common. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either. Because I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
True.
No. Yes.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
That's really not a proper romance story. Not in romance books, sir. It happens. Those are unhappy books. Maybe some about other books.
The girl keeps
Yes.
her hands folded, hidden. Why is that?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
This is hard. Rats have been all over your finger. Right, this one.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching.
Because you usually aren't. I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. There's something you're missing. You have absolutely no idea. Familiar?
Fudge.
How? You must have forgotten something you heard again.
Oh, dang it. 50-something percent failed.
Hi, Ace.
Feels bad. Alright. One second. Hello? Message. Sorry, guys. Give me hold on. I'll be right back.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of...
Wonderful board games, sir. Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends? Or are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a
An endless variety of source books. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, books in a board games section. There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition mega setting supplements module. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition mega setting supplement.
These are also expensive.
lousy auras there. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. Welcome to Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you... One has to earn one's success.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
I demand tribute.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they fighting enemy. My philosophy is everyone just getting along. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Cursed? Who said that? Annette? Oh.
What in God's name is she talking about?
Goodness, you were already doing good. Browse, everything is on the shelf.
She smiles and nods.
Annette, yes, my daughter. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled, my precious. Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future. God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She can, if she has enough...
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
Exactly.
She stands stiff and severe. She's looking for one, but there's simply...
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress. She's been too busy. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education.
And hell freezes over?
Yes, I'm afraid so. We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. I'm sorry. I'm sure... Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. He made the initial investment.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so. The woman looks aloof. You see a...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
You see some kind of charm. An irregular polyhedron assembled from bones. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protect inhabitants of Elysium. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm.
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the...
She speaks almost as if she's trying. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more... Just as you're about to pull apart the...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the... Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. You do? My God, even more reasons not... No! Please just talk to me, officer.
Talking is always good. There is something mysterious about the curtain. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you. The plaque on the shelf reads,
I would say the book is also very daring. Certainly.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside. Browsing suddenly, high-speed next to the...
I really must insist you buy one. I'm sorry, I did not mean to run.
I do want to buy it, but I need to buy
Several maps. The maps look old. And the north coast to the east. Hudon. It's so small. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. This large ozone disintegrating in the northeast. A dust might stand. You can. 800 of the ocean connections. You have little idea what they are. Perhaps they are. It's not real. Still, it's...
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable. That old thing from when some...
The place does not look like a success.
They didn't get that far. For some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone fixed Martinez up.
I will come back to buy that as well.
This bookstore is not strict amidst the These three things are the point of the book, and many others. It serves platitudes, while wholeness. When it's up to your mind, the book features chapters on topics. There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this? You sense something ominous emanating from the shelf, but it...
I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Can't believe I couldn't open it.
These shelves are...
Oh, you're a police officer.
Crime. These books, what's not a single mention. You see, a killing is declared. Oh no. Yes, tragedy caught. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is... Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails.
again, esteemed officer. I already told you. It's just a storage room. Just let it go off.
She recites it like it's a poem, or like she's playing a role she's grown tired of.
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's
Cursed.
because this place is cursed. Just, are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined the curse? Is so much worse than you could imagine. It's the curse of financial distress.
Didn't that curtain just move?
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural
Supernatural.
here. It's the cacodemon. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence. As if, yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to...
It's not good to talk about the curse. Not...
Wow. Void rave.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A paradetective. Time to fire up the old lie machine.
No.
The lieutenant looks at you. You've got this. Just go with it. This is elegant.
You're called...
Crime Bros.
What? What is this, a joke?
He turns away. Not before you can see a small... Technically, that's what crime bros would do. Yes. Commit crimes.
Sir, I really don't have time for your jokes. The situation is...
How do I fail like a 98-something% check though? I feel like I shouldn't rip open this yet, but I'm so
The
curious
curtains
now.
tattered with age. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty...
I warned you. You're...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands. Only an echo. Only an echo. Only an echo. No one is there.
Okay, this is not cheating, but
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run?
Are you alright?
What is going... I warn you.
It barely looks like you've done...
I just wanted to see what's beyond the door. I will be back for this freaking curtain. I'll be back. Oh, there's a person here. Person here.
The display rack
Oh, blood and violence. What does it matter? If you're a novice of the series,
rows and rows. The display rack grows and maybe 100, not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching. Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art
Kneeling for
of the very muscular. She's laughing at him. Between the throne and the Heimdall man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the... Especially those leering types. You seem to wear nothing but an armored bikini. It's symbolic of vice. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of...
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
You just can't win. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Oh, I found something while you were... I thought this would fit you.
Let's
like,
go.
thanks for helping out. Not me.
Let's
the
go.
City, I mean.
I gotta
Like a
have.
detective does. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time.
Yay.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now. 4 months.
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir.
Really?
Apologising to everyone. Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
I didn't know I had to do that. I guess we can change the subject, sir.
Hey, books. I'll be back. Let's see. Talk to him. Okay, well, let's just buy the ammonia, remove the body first. I think that's priority.
The worn and beaten.
We can sit on benches after we've solved.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
That means more to this game. Oh, this game's big then.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage.
Go buy the rags. Get this.
Is this a...
She looks up from.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take...
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various.
Okay. Don't, like...
I'm supposed to get rolling rags to get a key to open the. Oh, this guy's awake.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast it. It comes free with a six-pack. The sentiment is called that sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself. There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window. Then,
What are you doing? We should move.
you could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils.
Can I help you?
Mine
No, it belongs to the Whirling and...
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That...
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Some prod at him and find out.
Callous? What are you? Krasmazov?
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He killed himself.
What are we talking about? Was this not about the trash container? We should return to the case of...
What for? Mazov?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. Do I have a shaker in my hand?
It's not a shaker. It's nothing. He's...
Am I wearing a little bow? Am I smiling? That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Oh, well, in that case, let me pour you a nice, big, refreshing marinella. Do you want that out of a glass or a pineapple? Don't be an imbecile. I'm not going to serve you a marinella. I have work to do and broken things to fix. What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. They come here in the evening.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. In. Your body is ready, sire.
Another thing. Yes. Yes. Have you... A lot. A lot. Like what?
A thin man is... As you step in, he nods toward... Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goransi Kobek. Please. It's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something. He smiles and bang. It's almost like music. You see, you immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for Mr.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, as you...
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
The cobalt blue surf. It leads to a side build. The door does not.
Can I help you? Another thing. Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to... Or some boring storage space.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But so, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animals. Yes?
Noted. Get this taken care of first.
There he still is, looking right through you, with his...
You drink it.
Yes?
Actually expected.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does.
Not listen.
This trash container with a don't. Maybe you shouldn't. There is, but you won't like it. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste, among the threadbare kitchen towels, as the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue
Yes,
jeans.
there you go.
Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen for...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that. Not really. All we know is the victim...
The fuck's he on about? Kids?
See?
The lieutenant nods, then looks. It's just organic, nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peel. Something larger. A clipboard.
Damaged
A
ledger.
blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but...
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? What are you talking about? I don't know either. You should take stock of your notes. Make sure it's all there. Official notes contain informants' names. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab to read your paperwork.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? It's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged ledger. Below the pathetics? Terror. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want it to be kitchen tissue. It's not though. It's toilet paper. Still wet, the toilet paper, I mean kitchen tissue, sorry, peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off your finger and voila, an aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, Mine has my station number.
Maybe yours will have. How many years you've been on the force?
Any capable light with the right wavelength. Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks. If you
Okay.
While a bunch of sod, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest 2. That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. There is, for precisely 1 more. 15 pages near the once all the tasks are accomplished. Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old worn-down lead pencil. The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. He is not really saying anything.
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue of inspect, interview the cafeteria man. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would a satisfying slash sounds of things to be done and
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually what I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Nice.
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust, a title, one might say even. Yes, all caps. One is called, the others appear more light-hearted. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
Yes, however, it's a holdover from the early days. Again, I pray his love. Rail spike through the head.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin.
Let's go.
It always begins with HDB 41. Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. I got nothing here either. Logic really isn't the... Yeah, we're staying out of this business for now. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where do you want to start? It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, that's all you got. From the... Who knows? Don't worry. One day you may still catch the man with the... This one is relatively cause of failure. The mural is true love is possible. People call it that thing. And the graffito crew is easy. The case files do not show you. The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, the 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villalobos, a staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it. Turns out the opposition were... Did anyone ask you what you believe in, man with the smelly toilet ledger? What do you want to tackle next? AKA, Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk.
Oh my
the
God.
only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Bert to stop dismantling signage and rear view. You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking Can you keep yourself off threatening fines? It's plain to see from the files that you set up. Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, he must have it confused with the... In the process, the ledger, he came at us, and at us. Can't get out of his apartment, which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. Some assholes brought their couch outside and... Yes, as you said here, total ass. They were leaving it out. Cigarette butts, coffee. No, you didn't have time for that. Murder. Tum. Joseph Mills was on... Mills didn't get off. No. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, Those places where you go and smoke bubblegum flavored vapor all day. Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning. Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sod. It takes about half. Not much is arson. You don't exactly. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Then rip them from the bind. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle one, you don't have to be an intellect. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. But they appear. These are quite sinister. A dozen pages of... Yes, all that remains now. The rest of the stinking cellulose. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to... Blue. The blue heart. Don't... Something rattles inside. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment... The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli. But with your hands... You 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by is not what you end up doing. You squeeze the plastic to slide it open. The ledger quivers in your hand. As it shakes, the pages rustle. This pathetic mess... Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market.
Level up, man. Yeah, we gotta smooth skills. I can unlock them at one point in this area. What? you know, that's kind of good. Doesn't hurt. Drama. Love it.
It's the ledger It's just a racist mug. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about but? It was in the It's just but. It's just a racist but. It will not happen.
Well, I guess I gotta try.
There he still is, looking right through. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Well, we gotta get it done.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate, then drive to the station. I think I've lost my sense of...
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and intern.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Your shit is important. Anyway.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't fucking...
Yeah. Got more important business to do than talking.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the...
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio mic. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent...
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of... The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance.
Ah, Martinez at night. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into three. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. You count 216 perforations. Considering that the last row has... That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Not a lot. This next row The one
Right.
that wraps all the way around is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct, right? Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
Wow.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes, everyone has their own method of coping. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Name unknown. Rank unknown. Apocalypse cop, sorry cop. Communist. You know, good cop, bad cop. People killed 30. Okay. Cool.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out, a metallic drawer, slides.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cut. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, it's robust, weatherproof and well made. Police issue. Blue lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers. The frequency tableau lights up the soft purr of electrical kitten.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57.
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cube. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a...
10-4, message received. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge.
He what? He lost...
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking...
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner,
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the... Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding?
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this...
Mullen dicked us.
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced...
Fuck me. Mac, come here.
What's going on?
Super copy.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please...
Why?
Sergeant Person was on...
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
He's not replying. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that.
New Heights even...
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost.
Sergeant Person wants to know...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
God, good thing I have drama.
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't think losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer.
Let's go.
You need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking...
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's
He isn't getting a...
request denied, sir. Over. He says he's in...
Well, I guess it...
Vigmar said...
What did he say?
Did you want anything else, sir?
He's trying to keep you from further embarrassing yourself in front of your colleague.
Let us address them now, sir. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
What? What?
He wants to verify.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen.
Tell him to stop.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally...
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
10...
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir? I didn't get... 10-4.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fuck...
Seems like it.
No, fuck him. Don't...
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Oh, that's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12. 10-4.
Does he actually want...
He asked if he...
For God's sake!
Sir, satellite office. So, was there... Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
The white suede feels luxurious as you tap on the gate.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable head.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Officer, I have... Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. People don't have the money to have the cables put in it.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Okay? I
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
The other people who live around here. You don't live here. You don't understand. Please, I just didn't want any trouble. I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually. Yes, I know. It's just... Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't... Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems...
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Yes, you absolutely should. It feels like you haven't worn yours in a long, long time.
Please, no. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you.
Oh, those again. I have been trying. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple, and I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall," painting them red.
Me neither.
There is silence on.
No, please, no.
There are way more inventive ways.
No idea. It almost looked like you pawned it. But uniform.
Almost like
I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the I am sorry about that. Anything else, you mean, why did I leave the bar?
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring guard. I already said I don't want. You mean why?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get a. You know.
You think you hear a sliver of. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this. Maybe, I don't know. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to
Let's
upset
go.
her at the Whirling in Rags.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while... I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Yes, well...
Rubbish. You're a green hat and feather-toting bird watcher.
That's wonderful, really. Maybe you should keep pursuing that hobby. Maybe it would calm you down a... Stuff. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in whirling. Yes, obviously. I've had sailors fighting. Union guys grabbing my ass. Kids stealing booze. Well, you were worse than all of them. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on We Go On by the O.O.
Go on.
I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into to hell with that. Then there was your room. Your project. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police stuff. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
I'm truly sorry. That...
God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Sansan.
Oh.
Butchered that right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however.
Wait, really? No.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So, okay, but please don't mess it up. Please.
You hear a sigh.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? '57's over and out.
In the cabin, you see a...
That was a lot of information.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know you're... Yes. Guess what's yours? No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it... Oh, you know. Apocalypse. What? They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something that won't. Volumetric ship compressor.
Volumetric shit compressor.
Bizarre scientific news from River Shop.
Okay. All doors are check unlocked. Let's go. That's really good. Okay. So I can level up.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is it. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run. It's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of you is a puzzle of decaying.
They do after 7 days, yeah.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and the material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh, delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not...
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's clearly some manner of super armor.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for a full set, about 4 years.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real.
Not too much, yes.
The lieutenant nods, wiping his feet.
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is...
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre.
Fucking talking about...
Clearly, Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
That's for us to find out. Just something I scraped together from my state. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what
a small bell-like sound filled.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic...
Faint, organic lines cut like whirls of floorboards. If trees were made of porcelain, the smooth gloss... The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 1...
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678 222. Let's lie.
That doesn't sound like a serial number. Where's the structure and logic of a line of manufactured products? Well, no matter. We should run it anyway.
Okay. 15.
True. It didn't have the cadence and logic of a real manufactured item.
Officer, the decomposing corpse has temporarily suspended my sense of humor. Let's continue. We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
This feels dangerous. The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality, officer. You are about...
Indeed. From this angle, it does look like the neck is...
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. There's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter...
You're sure there's a way to peel them off. But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the 70% of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. I was afraid it would be. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you?
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from an intricate web of blue. His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics.
It doesn't seem familiar from the insides of any radio computer your mind can
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket.
A Trigger Sunshine.
Trigger is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera.
Nice.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only 1 ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is red. I'm gone.
What the fuck?
I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about Joe. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead. Into the wild pale in the past. Way out in the blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. Fucking hard. He means force. It'll work. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
Oh.
Go ahead. Ask me because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You might be onto something there, because you have
do I remind you?
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up.
You sure I got out of that one? Cop, do I
A child born.
No, not quite. You sure I got out? Because you have. Fuck no. No, you don't. Between you and me, come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
As you narrow your eyes, this is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue.
I see it. His neck too.
The monster comes back into focus.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the... There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on... I agree.
His personality is...
Totally dead. That sounds about right, yes.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten it.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half...
The fuck he said? Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts.
Big's head is...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
I do. Most of them are post-mortem.
Stop talking. He means you fucked him up.
A pool of...
The victim...
The fuck he... Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and...
Of course. You have questions. Come back later.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Climb up there and... So there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be...
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might...
Okay, they do have the tools and the men. And since it looks like they put him there...
But what other option?
Someone else? You mean...
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down. We are not getting him down already.
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social sensibility?
Yeah! Bang bang!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah, now it's... They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Yeah, take...
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal. He then steps back and assumes the phallostess position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the...
God damn it.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the law.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant...
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him. It's bad as it is. Us shooting fire... Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
This is the Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boy!
The cold piece of baked light.
The fuck are you waiting for?
The buckle comes into focus in your sight.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? Or what? You gonna fuck me? You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about?
Your field of view narrows the slow movement of the branch in the wind.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry? Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous.
Don't.
Do it! Put it right here, Mulko!
Intense shit, Copper.
Could waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of rib.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a Mulko!
It feels dry. Nothing comes out of you as you stretch and bend. The lieutenant watches you jerk some tear. The lieutenant gently picks his...
We still need to get him down. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they to ask the suspect, clearly we can.
Suck my dick!
The leader of the Union.
Yeah? Don't go being someone else's.
From the gates.
To the gates. Let's...
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The night, we should take care of that then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be...
Fucked up. I'm okay. What a crazy playthrough. Messed up quite a bit, but you know what? That's part of the game. Not over.
An intricate web. It almost looks like gone. For you to... someone who knows about him.
Yes? What do you want to know? What's there to say? The cop kind. Or, well, sorry, I think the dispatch desk just told...
So, he volunteered to represent the fifth. Somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are 2 columns. One says, cases solved.
Martinez? Well, technically.
A common accounting...
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Really? It can't be that. I hope you do.
And he will help.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Because you're the best qualified. No. If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting. Only banal thing, one you should be ashamed of.
Losing more morale and come on. Okay, I don't need to lose. I don't think I can lose more morale.
Yes? What do you want to know? What's there to say? The cop kind. Well, I think the dispatch...
So, somewhere in your mind,
well,
a common accounting...
I'm good enough for this. Martinez? Not...
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
Really? It can't be that. Wouldn't that be something? Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever...
Look at you. It's because you're a failure. They sent you to Slight. Just think about it for a second.
I've considered it. It would be immensely ugly of them. I checked the records. This jurisdiction dispute, who polices Martinez, I am the finest of nothing. Safe? So no, I don't think they sent you as a joke.
They didn't send me as a joke. Good, it healed my morale. Good.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are off. You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly take heart. You must forgive me. I'm Lena.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
Your
Let's
deportment
go.
remains dignified
Let's go.
as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me.
I got a pet.
Wonderful.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them.
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a shack nestled against an...
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to...
It's easy. You bring a valuable item to a pawnbroker. Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice to get it back. I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear. I just wish... Yes, officer. You look... Oh, my. That's right. And yes, indeed. The new. Much has changed. Speaking of history, you're joking. That's right, dear. How splendid.
Her relief is palpable.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope. Sadly not.
Zone of control.
Revachol is what's called a zone of control.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Oh dear. But we should stop for today.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. It has something to do. You were doing quite well.
A sigh.
But maybe someone more.
No, I'm not.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty.
Now, gentlemen, no, thank you, but Martin, perhaps another time. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their...
No, dear. I'm not quite that. Nothing so. I was a training and development manager at a... You'd think it was... I was lucky. This was almost 20 years ago, and that's quite all right. Of course.
The worker. Perhaps he's on his way to where a colorful piece of plastic is dangling. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied. Your fingers find their way into the shackle. Flicking open its spring. The man emits a loud snore. No, he's looking the other way. Perhaps purposefully. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and, just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note, yum yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with it. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Oh, so there's like consequences every time you...
You see...
I can like...
You see ahead. see a heavy steel door.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what... How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. I think fugue states are more your forte. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for the trash collection service. See.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that... Thank you anyway.
Yes? Wait, what? But yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing the morning she... You broke the skewer!
I assure you it...
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie.
A tender type of hope.
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about me? Really? I should give her a thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or... Another thing. Yes? Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me? What about what I have been through, huh? You're not the goddamn protagonist.
Literary demotion. That's the worst.
Not until you bring...
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
I really didn't want to resort to this.
Oh, Lieutenant. Where... Do I have a...
It's not a shaker.
Am I smart? Because I'm not...
Play it calm. This man needs to understand you need a drink to help the community deal with police stuff.
Even more
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio...
I have something here we could say.
Transport enclosure. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather...
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for... I took them and arrested him for driving on... That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. No, that would be silly. I just...
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they're useless anyway. I should have remembered I have the...
But thank you. The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners. Small. The photo. It's the warmth of a winter. Nothing. Her smile. No response.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman. Why?
An old monument. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, even by the stand, well, his own mallet. Stories have, he called it the Sol Auron. But wait, you see, old Philippe wasn't just good at, His Majesty's called cocaine. That's what the revolutionary, beneath the code, the original, most some years ago, a group of, the statue is the people in Martinaise tend to those critics, Philip III, not that he ever did any. Wow, you work hard. Oh yes, you hustle. Oh yeah, like a horse. Look at yourself. That is the sign of a hustler who never, that's just what it's like. It ain't easy, but you do it. You didn't log that in as a, sure. Are you rich? Get out of here. You're a pauper. The Garth man has set himself up one of those that's right. Our tax is almost non-existent. You and I both. 98% of all your money. Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight.
Oh, you see. The alcohol stick.
Typical Martinaise streetlight sits among assorted floor and table.
Yes, officer. It was brought. We are not here to invest. You have to admit it's rather clever.
The light. This would make quite a statement in your living.
700 real. A bargain. There's also the matter of rewiring.
You see rows of toys. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Yes. Buy something. Big men on big horse.
Franco-Nigerian.
Long. They're not all.
Which ones?
This set of.
You're probably. I think their poverty has been Maybe.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding up.
Oh, that's the headless phone. The headless phone rider. 50 cents.
He lost his cap when he lost his head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Oh.
The boombox is on the one. This is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harmon Welshie W2? If police work, absolute.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like me?
The stuff I recall.
Maybe.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged.
I do appreciate it. It's not often. What can I do for you? Oh no.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. I doubt it. I do my best to keep my distance.
He doesn't know anything.
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. Ask around the harbour.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? In that case, she'll be happy to get a visit from us.
My apologies of...
A needle in a haystack.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man. Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here? The pawn shop is always open.
Okay. He looking at his wares, talking to him. That
yes, we'd like to sell.
Roy takes the hub.
Yes, these are very, very.
No one was defrauded, or just.
Of course,
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for your bill.
The rest is for him.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh no, a photic paths.
You have absolutely no idea.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Saint-Baptiste summer dinghy rates is 31. So, what do you want to know? Price? I can give you 320 for it. Sure, I can keep it behind the counter for a week, but only if you pawn it right now. A pin from 31 or... Sure thing. So, do you want to sell anything? Anything else you're thinking of selling? Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Yes?
I think getting a good sleep is the most important part. Time changes.
Can I help you? Yes. Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have office...
The door is closed. This door... You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living. Who knows what you are? How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire good. Plus, smoking them gives massive... This is the door to the...
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And...
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM? I have a cigarette every night.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
I apologize, but I only brought one with me. You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself.
Yes. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so I would say our initial inspection was very thorough.
Nice.
And we have solid leads to follow up. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal. And we still have...
By not ideal, he means he can't believe he let you try that trick and would be angry if he didn't feel the outcome was partly his responsibility.
Being sober also tends to help with precision. But we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We didn't talk to the Wild Pines rep. We really must do that tomorrow. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard prison?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until you get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Rebachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to... The RCM's primary role is to... Yes, although officers of the RCM... We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion. You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer as you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks. We are permitted to use whatever force is necessary. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal. Not a good position to be in, by the way. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts. The coalition government, the RCM, was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Rebachol... Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the
or if they think you do.
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the real bed. What do they believe in? They are DeLoreans. They believe they continue the...
Those others...
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion.
Something kind, something ominous. Something even a little feminine. But in a...
The historic figure? The author... The moral intern are a fact. Do you? We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. The new will adore Martinez. For many of these people, the Union especially, vigilantes is precisely what we are.
the dying lights of the city. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me, he thinks. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in general. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic... Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The fan stands still. The switch must be broken, because nothing happened. The bed is cold and
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
the sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight, and then sleep doesn't come. Obviously,
I want to sleep. What?
You're in bed with your eyes closed. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling, as it barely covers your toe. Under your thrumming eye is a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your... Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until you're...
Oh. I'm in my dream state. That's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? What it says on the can, Harry? Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs? Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there with one hand on the bottle and the other. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. No, it's gone. You found Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the useless. On the side. You really dropped the ball. No, Harry. You were just talking. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. You're trying to what? I can't hear you.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourished. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Wow. Yes, morale.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You mean, why are you so tired? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all this. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Speed is a potent central nervous system. You got up from this floor because of a holy vow you made 16 years ago. Don't be silly. There was no... Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. The window stands broken. The morning light hurts your... The morning... The door... This door...
Alright guys, I think this is a good place to stop here. Not sure how I'm doing, but hey, I'm getting this played through and it's a lot of interesting stuff so far and unlocking stuff, so it's cool. Getting some bonus. Speed gives one second. Do I want to go for speed though? Alright guys, thank you for watching, and we'll be back for part 3 some other time.